Hi everyone, how are you again? In this video or in this lesson, I'm gonna talk about how to connect or how to make a connection between Flutter and Firebase. So, the first of all, I will create a new Flutter application using Android Studio IDE and then create a new Firebase project. After that, we will connect or make a connection between the Flutter application in the desktop in your computer with the Firebase on the internet or on the cloud. But before we start in this lesson, I suppose we already have Android Studio installed in your computer with emulator, and also you install the a plugin for the Flutter. And also I prefer you have at least and basic information about the Flutter, about the widget, what's the stateless widget and stateful widget, and how to create a simple application like this thing. Now we will begin. The first of all, I should create a Flutter application using the Android Studio IDE. So go to the Android Studio and open it, and then File and New, and you have a new Flutter project. And just next, I can name the Flutter, for example, Firestore or Firebase course or whatever. And here, of course, you should install the Flutter SDK. You should download the Flutter SDK on your computer and just Flutter SDK path. Just call the path of the SDK. From here, on my computer, I install it here in the F drive and then this folder here. And I want to save the project here in the A and like this path. And next, here you can make it like this and finish. Now just waiting to create a project. While I am waiting to create a project, or before the project is created, I will go to the Firebase or go to the Google, and then just type Firebase console, and you can see here Firebase. I want the Firebase console. Click on it. I will check my Flutter application here. Yes, this Windows, and go back. Of course, before you're using the Firebase console or the Firebase service, you should already have an email from the Google, I mean the Gmail account. So I have this Gmail account. So here I will go to this account here. So I have this account here in the Firebase, and then just you should have an email Gmail and then you can using the Fire or console Firebase. Now add a project. I will create a new project for my application. You can add the name of the project, whatever the name, anything. For example, I named the application course or whatever, and then continue. After that, just continue again. Select an account or select this account, default account for Firebase, and then create a project. Now just waiting and create a project. You go to the Flutter here. Now I create a new project in the Flutter. I can delete everything. Now here just waiting to create a project here. So now course, name it course. I create this project, continue. You can see I create the project here. I can see the services from the Firebase: authentication, database, storage, hosting, and function, and email kit, and many other services. And here now I can create a project for Unity, or a project for web, or a project for Android, or for iOS. Now I want for Android because I have Windows and I want to create a Flutter application for Android now. Just click. Same thing for iOS, same code, just using another project here. So here register app. Here the Android package name. I have this project for the Firebase, right, in the internet, in the cloud. Also in my computer, in the Android Studio, I have this project, right? So I should add the package here, Android package name, in my project in the Android. So here, from here, you can see the package name. Just go to the root of the project in the Flutter project, and then Android, because for Android. After that, go to the app, and then src and main, and you can see Android Android manifest.xml. Double click on it. Now here you can see the package. This package, just copy, because I want to make a connection between my application here and the cloud in the Firebase. So just add the package name of your application, just copy paste it, and then register application or register app. After that, I should download Google service.json. I have this Google service.json, this file, JSON file, and I should add this file here in my application. And you can see app, you should add it inside the app. So the first thing, download this. Now you can see download Google service. Right click and show in folder, because I want to copy it. This, because I already have a previous, but now this the last one. Copy, and now I copy it. You can see here my application and app, and inside the app folder or package. So go here in my application, here this root of my application, open it. I want to see the app on the Android, of course the app inside Android, and you can see app here. Just click here and right click, copy, paste, right click and paste. And I don't need the for, just like this, Google service.json, and okay. Now you can see this folder or this file here to connect between the Flutter and the Firebase. And now I complete this. Just go to the next. Here you can see it tell me add this line. Just click this line. I should add it where? In the project and build .gradle. So here in the project I have to build the Gradle in the application, in the Android application. The first one in the project level, and the second one in the app level. Now here in the project level, I mean what? Here in the application, and go to the Android, and you can see here build the Gradle. Here in the application level. In the app level also you have another one. So I can open both. I want to build the Gradle, this. Now double click. So here I want to add it in the build the Gradle, where in the dependencies, so go to the dependencies here and just paste this line. But this in the application, in my computer, on my Android Studio version, SDK version, does not work. The Android prefer using the another version here. Just change the version for the build the Gradle, change the version to the and 1. Change the version to this version, it is preferred 3.2.1. If you didn't see any problem, you can play with default, you can work with default. But if you see problem, I faced this problem here in my computer, so you should just add this, change the version of the build the Gradle to the 3.2.1, and also change the Google services here, also changing to the 4.2.0. I prefer to do that if you faced any problem. And then after that, go here in the project, in the app module, build.gradle, in the level of the app. Now build.gradle, but in the level of the app. Also I want to add this line here, apply, just select it, that means copy, just click on it, that means a copy, make a copy, and then go to the Gradle build in the app. Here inside the app you have another Gradle, build the Gradle, and I want to apply plugin. You can see where is the plugin here. For example, you see apply, just I want to add another one, this, just paste it. And also I want to add another thing here, add the Firebase SDK. Also just select, also click in the dependencies, in the same file here, build the Gradle in the level of app. So go to the dependencies, the last one, I add it now. Now I complete. Now just next. Now here checking if the app has communicated with our server. This just make a check if the application, our application in the Android Studio here, is connect or not with the server, with the Firebase server. So here I should make a run to my application. Just open the. You don't care about this error here. No problem. Just let it in the Gradle. Not care about it. It is not a problem. Now just open the emulator from here, and I already installed the emulator, so just click on it. Emulator just like a virtual device. You can using your device, your real device, using the USB and connect to the computer and make a run. But I prefer to using the emulator. But you should have the RAM at least 8 gigabyte. Now I just waiting. Now go to the application. I want to create an application. Begin, because I want to run just for testing. Go to the lib and then main. Now I want just to write the code, simple code just for testing, because I want to test if it is run, that means it's connected successfully with the server, with the backend, with the Firebase. If it is not run, that means there is a problem. So I just want to make a simple project. So just that void main and arrow function. I just have a run application. Inside it I want to add the material app. Inside material app you have home. Material app is a widget from the material.dart. So I want to add the home. In the home I want to create a new class and add it here. The class just a stateless widget, because we didn't have a state. We didn't control the store a state in my application. I didn't work to change the UI based on the in the state. So I just stateless widget. So I want to add any app. For example, I name it course app, just a name, and I want to create this class course app. It extends from stateless widget, sorry. So I want to create a stateless app. That means stateless widget. Here just a click and create one missing override. I want to create the override, because the stateless widget is an abstract class, so you should have an abstract method. Should you implement this method, override this method. So here I want to create a scaffold. In the scaffold, we have the app bar. In the app bar, and I have body in the scaffold. Scaffold is a widget, have parameter app bar and body. In the body I have just for example, just for testing, I want to add the center, because I want to add something in the center. The center is the class, have a child, another widget. Center is a widget. Every widget have a child. The child should be also a widget. So the child, for example, I can add here in the center. For example, I want to add just text, just for testing. And now the emulator is opened, and just make a run. You can see this from application, and here still waiting in the server, waiting to make a run. If I make a run, that means I successfully connected between my application and the project in the backend. Now you can see after complete. Now you can see hello Firebase. So there is a connection. Just go to the server now, and this is still checking. Just waiting for seconds. You can see here, congratulations, you have successfully added Firebase to your application or to your app. That means my application now is connected here. My application is connected with the Firebase and connected with the backend. But even if you didn't see like this congratulation and just still checking, don't care. Even you can see that, as long as your application is run, that means there is your application successfully connection with the Firebase. So now we complete the configuration. We create the application here. We create our application in the Android Studio, and then create application in the Firebase and make a connection between those applications. Now continue to console, and after that we will work with this console here. In the next lesson we will explain how to make a database and fetch the data from the database to our application. Thank you very much.